So there are very few activities that I enjoy. Generally, the heat combined with my general lack of motivation to do anything leads to many days spent watching YouTube while drawing in the comfort of my air-conditioned room. That isn't to say I never go outside, my last video was proof enough of that, but I'm generally an indoor person. There is one activity that I immensely enjoy though. Bet you can't guess what it is. Out of the thousands of possible things humans can do on this earth, what is the one singular activity out of all others that it's snowboarding. I love snowboarding. The cold mountain, how zen it feels to just glide over fresh powder. It's just the best, if you're good at it. If you're not, well, let's just say that snowboarding isn't the easiest sport to master. Unlike skiing, when you snowboard, you are basically always balancing on one edge of the board instead of two separate skis. This makes the board a lot less stable. Basically, you're gonna fall over a lot, either on your face or on your butt. Anyone that is just starting can tell you that it's painful to sit down for at least a couple hours after. Once you get the hang of it though, it's amazing. Snowboarding is actually a lot easier to master than skiing. You just have to get used to balancing on your toe edge and heel edge. It does take time, and it took a lot of time for me personally to really get it. I started snowboarding when I was 6 and have gone at least once for almost every year since. After a year or two of practice, which added up to maybe 12 days on the mountain total, I got pretty good. And a little overconfident. If you are not familiar with the difficulty levels of snowboarding and skiing slopes, they are divided by shapes and color. There are green circles, the easy peasy lemon squeegee slopes, the blue squares, which are a little steeper and longer but not that hard, and the black diamond slopes, which are usually pretty steep and only for experienced boarders. And finally, the double black diamond. These things were usually between 30 to 45 degrees steep, some had moguls, and generally were only for the most experienced people to take on. Guess which slope I wanted to do? Not the circles, I had already mastered them. Not the squares, I had already tried most of those. Not the black diamonds, I knew I had to go beyond. Yeah, I don't know man, this seems pretty steep. Maybe we should try... Wait, do you hear that? I was racing down the slope way faster than I had ever went before. I could feel the wind in my face, the snow spraying back behind me as I flew down the mountain, and then I fell. It actually wasn't that bad. At that point I was experienced enough to know that I should spread out the impact of the fall with my arms and back, so I just got up and kept going. Keep in mind that I wasn't actually that skilled at the time, I just had zero fear and managed to go fast enough that I got to the bottom pretty fast. Fun fact, that gag with the two people at the top of the slope actually happened. My dad was also there and said that they thought I was crazy. It was around that time that I was at my best. I could do jumps, grind rails, kind of, and go on boxes. If you don't know, boxes are like rails except like really wide. This one time I was about to go on the box, but a kid in front of me fell, and instead of using him as a ramp, I fell off to the side so I didn't hit him. Dude, what happened? I didn't want to hit him. I guess I'm just an ice guy. Sorry. Sadly, this success and confidence didn't last. One year we didn't have the time to head up and snowboard, so I had an almost 2-year break where I had no practice. It was tough getting back into things, but I eventually got back most of my skill. Until I got a brand new board that was shaped differently. It was an upgrade, but I wasn't used to it, and a lot of my muscle memory was no longer useful. At this point, it had been about 4 years since I had been good at snowboarding, and I had developed a mental block that I couldn't do it anymore. It was over. Just kidding. My dad pushed me to actually try since he knew that the insane 8-year-old who jumped off a cliff was still in there. And he was right. Nowadays I can go down black diamonds pretty easily, and I have a lot more fun. Since I'm now a pretty consistent snowboarder, I've been able to travel to a couple different places to snowboard. One really cool place was Park City, Utah. One thing you should know about Park City is that a certain amount of slopes are skiers only because snowboarders are unpredictable. Psst, I have no idea where they got that idea from. The whole area I was in was completely built around the slopes. The hotels were built in such a way that you could walk out of the back, strap in, and ride all the way down to the ski lift. Right by the ski lift was a cafe, as well as a ticket booth. The whole place was built from the ground up to be a snowboarder's paradise. It was awesome. The slopes themselves were really great. They had fresh snow on most of the runs, and the ski lifts were really fast. There also weren't very long lines, which meant we got to go down the mountain a bunch of times. 10 out of 10. When did this turn into a review? Anyway, while we were up there, my dad wanted to meet up with an old friend of his and his family for dinner. The evening was going pretty well. We were all having a pretty good time talking and eating. And then I saw it on the menu. Hot chocolate on a stick. What? How did the what? What? How do you do that? It's hot chocolate. Do you freeze it? Then it's not hot chocolate. Then it's just a fudgesicle. What has the world come to? I asked the waitress how they make it, but I forgot what she said. Anyway, I had a really great time at Park City while we were there. It was really fun to hang out with my dad and go down slopes all day, and then relax in the hotel. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. Hey, thanks for watching till the end of the video. Quick announcement, I've been live streaming every Saturday my progress on my video. If you didn't know that, or you've been missing out on them, I have a big playlist of all the ones so far, just in my playlists tab in my channel page. So yeah, you should go check that out if you want to. Also, we got our first fan arts this week, and I'm super happy and excited to show those off, because it's just super cool, and I'm really grateful and happy for all the ones that got sent in. So there they are. They've been up there for a little bit. It's currently 5 a.m. and I pulled an all-nighter to get this thing done, and I had to re-export 3 times because Animate hates me, but it's okay, because we cool now. Yeah, hopefully this will just be able to get done, and maybe I'll have a new video out soon after this one. Who knows, because this one took a while. I think the quality went up because I took some more time. So yeah, thanks for watching till the end, and get some sleep.